Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to talk about building an aesthetic. If you are new here, hello and welcome. Please stick around and subscribe. I make videos regularly for music artists, independent music artists, on visuals, branding, social media, that kind of stuff. So I hope that is useful to you. If you have any suggestions or things you want me to cover, then let me know in the comments. Also, comment below with your latest song or website or Instagram so I can see who you all are. Okay, so I get a lot of questions about like, oh, I understand that a beautiful aesthetic when I go on someone's Instagram and it's all cohesive, and I get a lot of people asking how to even start this or go about it. So this is where this video will help you. Step 1, research. Look at visuals. Don't restrict yourself, don't try to overthink it, and don't try to go too far in the process. Literally collate a board, maybe on Pinterest or however you want to do it, of visual things that you love, that grab you. I've just made a list here of things that you can think about, like fashion, graphics, layout, fonts, logos, art movements, interiors, architecture, photography, colours, anything that just grabs you. Put it on a board. And then you can make a list of all these things if you want. So this is where you can consider where your consistent visual elements would be. So an aesthetic is made up of consistent visual elements, and it could be one, could be a colour scheme, like the white stripes, which I'll link up here. It could be 10, although I wouldn't recommend 10 at this stage. I would go up to 5 max. But you can consider colours, textures, patterns, fonts, photography style, editing style, makeup, hair, clothing, accessories. If you look at Sia with her bow, that's an accessory. All those things can become consistent visual elements. So make a list of all those things just to get you, and obviously do your research with all the things visual that you love. Then once you've got that board, just look through it and give yourself time. Don't ever rush anything. This free play time is where the best ideas come from. Don't ever overthink things or think, oh, I've got to look through this and find my visual elements. No, it's more free and flowing than that. So just look through, see if there's similarities. You might find one shade of green always comes out, or one style of clothing, or just look for any similarities on this massive board, because get a lot of images, by the way. 100 would be grand. And then you can channel that collection further. So pick out your favorites and make a new board of faves. Just the best ones. If someone said to you, right, pick your favorite 10 images from this board, do that. And then again, look at those and see if there's consistency amongst those. And then at this stage, you can start to look for your consistent visual elements, whether that is a colour or a style of graphics or style of editing, anything like that. And yeah, I would recommend just up to 5, because if you go in too complex when it's all a bit new, it's harder to, one, be recognisable and then develop it. You want to start with max 5, but aim for if you can get 3 or under even, that's a great start, because it gives you just a starting point, and then you can develop and add ones as you go, because as you develop with your music and your visuals, you're going to find new things that you like and you want to bring in. So just make sure that you don't go too complex too soon. Okay, so now you've got your 10 favourite images, you've noted down any similarities or any potential consistent visual elements. Now you have to play, and this is really important. Take a day if you can, or at least 3 hours. Get ideally a friend with a phone, or use your own phone and, you know, prop it up or selfie or whatever, and just play. Try out poses, try out different outfits, colours, locations, camera angles. That playtime is so important. If you've got access and you can do like basic graphics, go for that as well. Get on Illustrator or Photoshop and play. Get on, there's some really good just mobile editing apps. I use Snapseed. There's also apps called Fusion or Fuse and Mextures that just do weird things. But it's super easy. You don't have to have really in-depth graphic design knowledge for that. Everything in terms of this now is accessible to a certain extent. Obviously, to go super advanced and unique, you'd have to have those skills, But for this play session, there are so many outlets, apps, editing things that can assist you. And if you just spend that time researching and playing and testing, see what you like, you might find that this camera angle with this pose is you just love and you feel like, yeah, that's me. And then that could become a signature thing for you. And the more consistent you can be, the more recognizable you can be, and the stronger your brand will be. Plus, if it's all authentic to you, and you're picking poses or expressions or clothing that makes you feel good, it's going to be more enjoyable and authentic for you as well. So yes, lots of playing, lots of test shoots, lots of sketching, lots of editing, and just see what comes out of it. And do this regularly. It's not like you'll do this one session and you'll be done. You need to do this on a regular basis, look at what works, take things forward, drop things, and eventually when you get to next do your professional photo shoot, you'll have all this groundwork done and you'll be able to say to the photographer, oh, I like this angle or this lighting or this style of photography. And the whole process becomes easier and more enjoyable for everyone involved. So yeah, don't see it as a one thing, one session and it's done. See it as an ongoing process, but these tips are to get you off the ground. If you're like, how do I create a beautiful aesthetic? That is how. And it takes time and it takes development and it will probably change, but that's okay. Just be open to flowing. Flow, 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 and play. And those are the most important things. I hope you have fun and thank you so much for watching. I have some courses which are linked below, super affordable, one for social media campaign for your next release and one that takes you step by step through 20 steps to build your brand. So please check them out if they sound useful to you and I will see you next time. Goodbye.